Hello everyone, and today we're going to talk about Overwatch conspiracies. Ooh! I don't know why that was kind of a conspiracy owl there, but I also now need to know what a conspiracy owl is. Comments! Describe to me this beautiful bird. But for everyone else, I mean, because of course you can't listen to the video while describing the conspiracy owl. Let's not be crazy here. I really wasn't exactly sure what specifically I wanted to talk about today, because I had a few things, but I eventually settled on let's just talk about all of them. So first, I do want to do a little bit of a follow-up on the TALON support design video that we had. I had some lovely feedback from you in the comments, loads of cool suggestions for tweaks and balance, and on the whole, it was a wonderful experience. You all liked the idea, and it was great having that backwards and forwards. And so many of you went away and did actual concept art for the hero, which I think is fantastic, and I just want to show you my favorite one because it really warms me, and I can't stress how cool and just I did a thing that made people want to do talented stuff from my ramblings. That's so cool. So look at this. Is that not awesome? Dr. Lucia Lacewing, which is a really kind of nice name. You know, the Lacewing, obviously a reference to insect, and we did say the cloud would be like an insect swarm, and I do think the gloves and the design is a little bit too if Sombra got older and decided to dabble in science, but that's also not terribly a bad thing because Sombra's design is very cool. But I kind of get a even eviler Cruella de Vil. Like, she is really after Overwatch's Dalmatians here. And the idea of combining a lab coat with sort of a fancy, well-to-do older woman attire in the furry collar thing she's got going on is a sweet little merger of themes. It really is. And then have this, so you can very much tell it's like a come here boys, like a really creepy but confident over the top voice. You can kind of imagine it, and then the freaking expression and the sharp teeth. I mean, is that not awesome? She right there in the top left is watching someone get devoured by her mosquito bots, which are so cool, right? Look at them. Imagine a swarm of those little metal mosquitoes landing on you, the metal needle in all over you, absorbing your life essence, and then returning back to her. Oh, that is fantastic. And also the idea for the ultimate to be called group therapy. That's so cool. I absolutely love that. And obviously, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I would highly suggest that you go watch the Rafe Talon support video that I did. She very much looks like a Disney villain, doesn't she? She totally looks like she's about to curse a princess, and I think that's a cool theme to have in Overwatch. And then we have the ulti, let the experiment begin, a great little line for it, and everyone's like, what the hell is going on? And I think that's beautiful. So for the rest of this, I do want to talk, again, continuing the theme of new heroes, because obviously since the comic has come out, everybody's like, who's gonna be next? And the obvious answer is Maximilian, right? And yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, he just exudes badassness, and he looks, well, just simply cool. And I also think it's very interesting lore-wise and quite the development to have what is effectively an evil Omnic, but I don't think he is necessarily like evil. I think it's entirely plausible that the Omnics, being these sentient robots, having the war ended, not being really, let's say, well-liked, that one of them would result to not necessarily crime, but basically anything goes in order to find their place in the world. They get offered this position in Talon, maybe help form it, and they're suddenly doing pretty well. And I think that's very, very cool, because it's something we've not seen out of Bastion units, you know, actual aggressive Omnics. So the very idea that there is this Omnic that is just well, I'm gonna gamble, I am gonna be part of a criminal organization, you know, an Omnic that represents the seedier vices, you know, the bad habits. Yeah, crime is a bad habit, I just cannot stop criming, but it's a very much juxtaposition character compared to something like Zenyatta or Mondata that are very monk-like, you know, representing virtues and expelling peace. This guy is just seedy, isn't he? He seems like someone who will do whatever it takes to get ahead in life, and that's very cool for an Omnic. If anything, I would say Maximilian's existence kind of makes the Omnics more human, because like humans, you get them in all different shades and personalities, and all of them willing to do various different things to get by in life, and I think that's a very nice thing. I'm just hoping he doesn't turn out to be too cartoonishly evil. It's nice to have, I would say, a neutral evil Omnic. He's not necessarily a fighter, he seems to know things, he seems to be someone with a different type of skill set, though admittedly, he does seem to have a penchant for dice, and I would totally love a hero revolving around something casino-y, you know? Kind of like Lady Luck in Final Fantasy X-2. I don't know if anybody even knows what I'm talking about there, but I think a character that revolves around dice throws and something, I don't know, like luck, but I don't know, I think that would be cool. But, you know, obviously, I would much rather dedicate an entire video to designing a potential actual moveset for this guy, but I would love to know initially your guys' ideas on that front. So take this Omnic, evilly cool looking Maximilian, how would you make him into a character? Because you always come up with some great ideas and I want to bite down into them, and then maybe later on we'll have a proper talk on this guy. The thing is though, a lot of people are saying he's not going to be the new hero because they've just showed him, he's just straight there in the comics, and for all the other heroes they dropped hints, they made it subtle, it was a slow build up, there was hype, and then they appeared. And while that is true, I actually kind of think that because he is just already there and so in your face, that it would kind of be a perfect decision to add him, and he definitely could be a defensy supporty member of TALON, which again is something that they need. And the idea of going, yeah, it's Maximilian, you saw him, and then everyone's like, oh, cool, I didn't expect, because he's right, yeah, nice. So I think the very fact that people don't expect it to be him because they already know that he is a thing is a great reason to actually make him a thing. Yeah, so talking about new heroes and dice, and as far as people love to just grasp hold of conspiracy theories in Overwatch, technically speaking, the dice game that's going on, if you translate the French, you find yourself seeing that it is a 7, which is thrown first, and then an 11, and then it says the next player. So the 11th of the 7th month, we get the next player, or the next hero, which would make it the Tuesday after BlizzCon, which means they announce hero at BlizzCon, put it on the PTR the following Tuesday. Yeah, that lines up, that's nice, but I don't exactly think we needed secret dice messages in order to make that happen. Let's be honest here, I really think it was kind of easy to predict that they're gonna show a hero at BlizzCon, because it does fit into the rhythm of every 3 to 4 months, a new hero comes out, and it's a cool thing to announce for the Overwatch team at BlizzCon. But I do kind of like that that lines up, and if it does line up, yeah, that would be pretty damn neat. So, what else is going on? Because you know what, today I just kind of want to talk about stuff that's interested me recently, and talking of interested me recently, there's been a sort of sneaky preview of what looks to be a Zarya comic going on, and it's very weird because she's, well, defending an Omnic here, which is curious because why would she be doing that when she detests them? She fought a war against them. She ripped off the cannon of a mounted weapon moving vehicle. Tank is the word I'm looking for. Mounted weapon moving vehicle! Sir, the mounted weapon moving vehicle division is here! What are you trying to tell me, Johnson? I believe they're calling them tanks, Williams. And What even was that? Oh, but the idea that she would defend any kind of Omnic, that's interesting. We might be seeing a little bit more nuance and character development to Zarya's character. But what I want to do in the interest of conspiracy theory, let's have a little bit of fun, alright? I want you to come up with the most crazy theory based on this picture. I'm going to say that Zarya pretends to hate Omnics because secretly she is married to that one, and he is her secret robot lover who Sombra has found out about because, of course, there is the Sombra skull there, and Sombra is using her robot loving to blackmail her into helping her Volskaya under control as per their arrangement and remove Zarya as a potential threat for future operations in Russia. Boom! Easy! Clearly that's what's going on. Alright, the final thing I want to talk about I don't even know what today's video is, but I'm having fun, and I think that's okay, you know? I don't just want to do run-of-the-mill stuff. I like just talking to you guys about stuff. And the final thing, and again on New Heroes, is... well, Doomfist is the latest hero, and we got to see some information of what he was like through development. We even got to see a little bit about his old moves, like he used to throw rocks at people. But I do want to say, he used to have a move where he picks people up and throws them, which again, called it. It's very nice to know that Blizzard actually tried internally some of the stuff that I suggested. Like, I'm not trying to say credit here, but it makes me happy that things that I think of and go, that would be cool, someone in Blizzard also went, that would be cool, and actually see if it made sense in the game. Apparently it wasn't fun to be picked up and thrown off the map, and I can kind of get why that would be something that would be kind of not great for the playing, but apparently they always have at least 3 heroes actually being tested and have assets for in-house at each given time, which is kind of neat, and you do see that because you see Orisa in the footage. So very much the hero that could be coming up at BlizzCon is already kind of done, so that's kind of cool. They also experimented with Doomfist being a luchador-esque, but I don't think that would have been that good, like doing loads of throws and slams, but you know, you gotta have him just purely punching. And lastly, they do very much agree that we need more defenses and more supports because we are woefully lacking in new entries into those categories, so that is fantastic to hear. So yeah, that's everything kind of interesting that's happened recently. Let me know if you kind of like videos like this, a roundup of topics that are cool to talk about and kind of neat, but don't really serve as a full video, and I'd rather not just make a 2-minute video like, Doomfist used to throw rocks and pick people up, thanks for the views, goodbye. That just feels scummy to me. Either way, my name's been Rage, like if you've enjoyed this and subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, mounted weapon, moving vehicle, away! You've been